Hi, everybody. Back with another video. I know it's been a very long time. It might have been almost like over a year at this point, but sometimes things are exciting enough that you have to come out of retirement, and I wouldn't even call it retirement, but come out of hiatus, I guess, and
Yep.
do another video.
Life gets in the way sometimes for both of us.
It does, and I'm back with the wonderful Miles. He's going to be our guest correspondent on this video yet again, and today we have a very exciting video for all you guys, and it is the double XL Goodnites. Yes, this was something that was a long rumored new addition to the size lineup, and now it has happened, and it was teased about a month ago.
I would say about a little after New Year's, late January, these were first being announced.
I think I first kept hearing whispers of being available by like a home tester club. And now, it was available to pre-order on Amazon last week. And I think as of April 1, it is now completely out, or maybe March 31st. So wanted to show off. This is kind of the entire range of Goodnight sizes here, starting with the extra small to the small medium, the large, the extra large, and now the double XL. So you can kind of see that double XL is a lot bigger. A lot bigger and also a lot taller of a rise than the previous XL. And as you go up the product range, you can certainly see that the double XL is quite substantial. It's quite a large product as even compared to the XL. It's kind of a new size level entirely. This was not a resizing. This was not a restructuring of the sizes as you might see sometimes. This was a truly a new size.
Kind of even more so now a transition to the small medium, depends, real thin, or something of those terms.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think you can see in some of my other videos, you can kind of see that I've done videos on those before, and these might rival the size of the small mediums of those. So that's something we'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, I wanted to kind of do a quick product tour of the outside of the bag that it came in, and then we can kind of go into it and get you on your way here. But wanted to do this video while we still can before it's everywhere on the internet, while it's still fresh in everybody's minds. So really looking forward to doing that with you guys, and we'll be back for this next segment in just a second. Oh, say, we'll cut that out. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the Goodnites XXL, and this is a new weight range, which is from 120 to 165 pounds, or 54 to 75 kilograms. And this is a 21 count, so actually it came in a paper box of 42, and there was 2 sleeves of 21 in there.
They do come discreet, where, unless you specifically know what the G stands for, like, if you're ordering for your older kid or whatever who may be embarrassed about all this, still, it is discreet. It will say a big G on the box and then like 2 times 21. And that's really about it.
Yeah, it's not going to come in any packaging that indicates it's Goodnight, so that's a good thing. Obviously, if you are buying in a retail, I know like Meijer stores right now have had them on the shelves, and I think that would be a little bit less discreet. But if you're buying online, it is going to be discreet shipping.
With those, if you do look in stores, they will come, I believe, in 8 or 9 count. So if you're looking for a cheaper model than the $30 on Amazon,
I think I saw it was 8 because the normal XL is 9. So that's something to note. It's 1 less, but obviously they're a lot bigger. So as you can see here, you have your 21 count, all that information. And then on the back, you have that product tour. I've kind of gotten used to showing you guys these on all my videos. So you can see what the print looks like. It actually only comes with 1 print. I know with the XLs and all the other sizes, there's usually 2 different distinct prints. There's only 1 print on these. It's kind of just like a blue with, I guess you call it like a chevron pattern. And then you see kind of those features here. It has the underwear-like fit, odor-absorbing, and 5-layer protection, which you've seen in all the different Goodnites. So no real, reinventing of the wheel there. What you do have on these is you have the double leg barriers, and obviously they still have that zone protection that's based on sex. So you have the boys one has zone protection up front, and the girls one, it's a little bit further back. One thing to note here, it does mention that it's FSA and HSA eligible. So I think if you're buying for healthcare reasons and you have a tax benefits that you can use them on these, which is cool. That might be the case for all of the Goodnites. I know it was the case for the XL. I don't know if it's every single size, but something to note there if it's relevant. And then you see the size range here with all of the different sizes with the XXL included. So essentially what they've done is they've split up the underwear or like bottom sizes. So this is fitting an 18 to 20. The XL is now more marketed for 14, 16. And these are sizes. These are not necessarily ages. I know people get confused about that. The L is the 10, 12, 6, 8, and 4, and 3 to 5 on the XS.
Easily there's overlap too, where somebody who could fit a 14, 16 brief for boxer brief could easily get into these as well.
Right, yeah, and I think that's one of the things too, is it's not a hard and fast rule, but it's just something to help guide you. And also one of the other things I was noting earlier too was you have the notation down here that says if you can't find your size in the store to visit goodnites.com. So I think that's one of the things that's coming up a lot is especially in these larger sizes, these are likely going to be an online exclusive. Although we have seen some stores will have the full product range, but I think your CVS, your grocery stores, even like your Targets, I wouldn't expect to see this size in stores. Only really online for now. That could change, obviously. So, but yeah, we can kind of show you the other side here. It just has all your normal disclaimers. Sometimes you can see like a date of when these are produced. Might be on the other side here. Yeah. So it looks like these were made in 2025, March 13th. So really probably one of the first batches made, less than a month ago. So that's an interesting thing. I know sometimes, when you get these, it could be on the shelf forever, but obviously with these, they're brand new. So the next step here will be, we'll show you a little bit of a comparison and show you some of the ways that, it might stretch and fit, and then we'll get you on your way. Okay, and now we are kind of back with the comparison part of the video. As you can see here on the left, we have the XL versus the double XL. Clearly a much more substantial size, taller rise for sure. I think it's also, you see here with like kind of the leg gathers and the leak guards, they're taller as well. So you have that. You have that chevron print, like I mentioned, and you have the similar sides that you know and love, but they are pretty stretchy. I think they have quite a more stretch. I don't know if it's just because of the fact that it is a larger waistband overall, but it does seem like it stretches more.
I agree.
It's a little bit softer of a material as well. Like if you feel the actual softness of this versus this, it's a little bit softer, a little bit of a softer shell as well. So that's something that I noticed right away.
And I would say with that, just to try to be more discreet, with this being for the oldest age range, where potentially just, someone in college who having a lot of stress with, classes or just life in general that may need something like this, like they would much rather do something like this, more discreet and more age appropriate, honestly, of sorts, compared to the Goodnight or the Depends.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that for sure. I mean, I think also this was definitely designed with a wide range of body types in mind. I think that's one of the things that you kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. And, this also intending not just like those older ones, like also special needs, like different body shapes and types with different, conditions or whatever.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing to note as well. I mean, is just the fact that the fact that it's a larger size, it's indicative of a whole lot of other things, but I think it's just kind of an inclusion-based thing, realizing that there is a lot of body types. There are, people that are wearing these at older ages, older teens that don't want to wear, like you said, like something like Depends, but also I think it's just
in comparison here, I can pull this out where, again, way more muted than what is offered for the smaller audience here, where you can see now how big these really are compared to the extra small.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have the extra large versus the extra small. It almost fits two of these. These are the Spider-Man for sizes 3 to 5. So you can definitely see, I mean, this is like almost twice the size of that.
And way more muted, obviously.
Yeah, and
even compared to the XL.
Even compared to the XL, because you have the XL print with kind of the stripes, and you had the other one that is like another
camo type.
Yeah. you have like the camo type. We had the snow camo a couple years ago, and these are really just. I mean, it's almost like a solid blue, but there is like a little bit of a pattern, and it has that mock fly still. So it looks like
going
underwear.
more for designer and briefs more than, you know.
Sure. Yeah, I would say so for sure, and I would just say it's designed to be again the most discreet I think of any of the sizes, and it's just kind of its own thing.
You know, a game changer of sorts for those that are older or special needs and that just kind of need that protection to where they don't really want to feel like your grandparents and they don't want to feel like their little kid having to have like Spider-Man or the Hulk or whatever.
Right, and I think that's one of the things about these as well is that it really is just, normalizing it to the point where you're not, it doesn't look like a diaper, it doesn't look like a pull-up. It looks like, what it is, bedtime underwear. And so I think that's something that they're really trying to stress.
In that category, not designed for messing. If you're having to deal with, say, autistic or, cerebral palsy, one of those type, where they're incontinent, not going to hold that, but, if you got yourself just like someone who bedwets with autism or one of those conditions, definitely the best option.
Yeah, and it will be interesting to see going forward. I mean, I think this might be the biggest size they ever make, but you never know. And I think also it's just something where we'll continue to see innovations. So really excited to kind of follow that. This is obviously the dry run. I mean, I think if you look back to some of my videos when they first unveiled the XL, it went through 3 or 4 different iterations. You had prints got updated. You had the leak guards got updated a little bit. You had the waistband get updated a little bit. So they're always making improvements.
And that's for all of the diapers, to be honest, where they've started doing almost all the sizes now have a size 8, as we discovered that there might be a Love size 8 coming out. There's 5T, 6T pull-ups, and almost every brand does a 5T, 6T now. So they're really starting to adapt that there is, late potty training and, also catering to that audience that needs these a little bit longer.
Yeah, special needs community for sure was probably very appreciative of these when they came out. I know, looking at the chatter on Facebook or other social media, there was definitely in the comments where there's a groundswell of support for this is a product that we need. It's something that we're really
several years in the making of people wanting something like this.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that kind of wraps it up for now. We're really excited to continue to bring you some videos, some new stuff down in the pipeline as well, and
a lot of new stuff coming.
Yeah.
Again, unisex pull-ups plus at Costco. We're going to try to get our hands on those. Potentially do something on the new Target Captain America ones. But we will have something in the pipeline very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So stay tuned to Apple Time, and really hope that you guys have a great spring and have a happy Easter if we're not back before that. Enjoy all of your awesome springtime holidays, and really excited to be back with another video, and happy to have Miles by my side for it. Always a great source of information and perspective on these things. So we're back and we're rolling. So have a great rest of your night, and thank you again for watching.